Hey, I'm Nick.
I'm Joe.
And welcome to Fright Fights. New set that we haven't finished because we forgot a power drill. So yeah, the set is not finished, as you can plainly see, because we're dumb and we forgot our tools. But the good news is you guys still get a video. We decided to sit down and watch the 1986 Empire Pictures classic, TerrorVision. Holy fuck, is it bonkers.
Why did you pick this movie, Nick?
Because it was on Amazon. It's directed by Ted Nicolau, which he's like Empire Pictures Full Moon staple. He's responsible for pretty much the entire Subspecies franchise, and then he directed another movie which is basically just TerrorVision in a radio station called Bad Channels, which is pretty crappy with the exception of there's like a music video inside of it, which is fucking great.
I'm lying. It really sucks.
Before we even start, like TerrorVision's got a lot of actors that pretty much went on to do a whole bunch of really cool shit too.
Yeah.
Because you've got Mary Woronov, who's like a standard Roger Corman lady. She's in Eating Raoul and Chopping Mall, basically replacing the same character, Death Race, stuff like that.
And then it's also got the guy from Annihilators and Chud 2.
Yeah,
He
Chud 2,
plays,
Brother Chud.
He plays Mr. Putterman.
Yeah, he plays Mary Woronov's husband. He's in Chopping Mall too. He's the security guard that gets his fucking throat cut. And then the daughter is from Better Off Dead. She's the French exchange student from Better Off Dead. And then also in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So, like, as I'm watching the movie, I'm like, wow, that guy. Oh, no, it's there's some talent in this movie, which I think makes it endearing.
Hey, little dude. You into metal? Kiss the boot, man.
Kiss the ass, bozo.
So yeah, TerrorVision, it's about basically a family gets a new satellite installed, and actually no, that's not what happens at all. That's not the opening of the movie at all.
I could tell you the opening of the movie.
What's the opening of the movie?
It starts out, there's a laser beam in space that gets deflected off a flipped over Star Trek Enterprise model, which is then bounced off a couple planets before it makes its way over to the satellite that Mr. Putterman's working on.
Even before the monster shows up, like you'd think, oh, there's a giant and evil monster that eats people and he comes through the TV. Like, the movie's crazy before that shit even happens.
Ta-da! Everybody, this is OD!
Hello, Mr. Putterman. I'm glad we're finally getting a chance to meet. Hello, Mrs. Putterman. Beautiful outfit.
Why, thank you, O.D. You're sweet.
Mom, can we use the jacuzzi tonight?
Not tonight, baby. Your father and I might be swinging.
So then they go off, and then it's the grandpa and the son, and they're watching a horror host on TV. Which it seems like every 80s movie, like every 80s horror had this where it's like a fake horror host in the background. Like you could make this a whole list of fake horror hosts, and I think it's just as long as real fucking horror hosts. And the thing is, oftentimes the movie horror hosts are way better than the actual ones. Like this one was a really fucking great one. I really like the character a lot.
Yeah, no, Medusa she's really funny. She's also kind of a total bitch, which is great. And I like that she's really evolved in the movie too, because she shows up a couple times and she has, effect on the story and all that. But no, yeah, it looks like a real horror host, and she's definitely one of the best.
Right.
All you phone freaks out there, stay tuned.
Oh, boy.
We're gonna open up the coal lines and see what you perverts are up to. And Medusa wants to hear some real kinky nightmares.
So yeah, Grandpa and son are watching the horror host, fall asleep, and that's when we see the mutant alien monster thing come through the TV. The alien monster actually wakes up Sherman because he's got like a weird eye stalk arm thing come up under the blanket. So they run off, around the house, a bunch of AK-47s, fucking satellite guy eats shit. The monster eats him. Sherman goes off and he's got his gun, he's looking for shit. And Grandpa turns a corner and basically the alien monster like puts like one of those grabber arm things that old people have up to his face and his head just like deflates like a basketball. And then, like, basically all the gooey muck shit from Troll 2 starts falling out on him onto the floor. And it's just like, this movie is slimy as fuck. There's just...
It looks like the blob came over the screen.
Yeah, it's just jelly and Kiro syrup and fucking just gross green goo all over this fucking movie. And, like, there's something about like just seeing everything glistening and gross. It's like it makes the movie seem more real. It's not like it's because you can't really CG that. Like you can, but it looks like shit. So it just give me a big fucking 8-foot tall muck monster covered in fucking KY jelly any day.
So after Grandpa gets eaten, Sherman's running around the house trying to find the monster.
Yeah.
And then his parents come home, and they come home with a couple swingers. Spiro and Cherry.
As promised.
As promised, yes. Yeah. And they are about to get down, but to them, it seems like Sherman's having one of those episodes, so he needs to take some of his special pills.
They talk about medication too. They're like, you need to take your pills. You're having one of your episodes again.
It's like sleepwalking, it's okay. You sure you don't want us to come back? No.
Oh, we gotta load the kid up with some pills. We'll fix it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, is he gonna be joining us?
Sherman!
Mom! Grandpa! A monster!
For Christ's sake, he's having another one of his attacks. Sherman, wake up, Sherman. You're dreaming.
No, really, it's in the TV.
Stanley, why don't you show Spiro and Cherry around? It'll just be a minute.
Good idea.
Maybe we should leave.
Oh, no, don't you dare. No, he just needs a pill. Now, go on. Have fun.
So the parents take the swingers back to the fuck room where they have all their tasteful art on the walls and all that. And they show them the nice jacuzzi with the bubbles and the lights.
It's all wired to this big fucking keypad with like 6 different number things on them.
And then Miss Putterman goes off with Spiro to make some drinks. And that's when we get a really great scene about...
So it's Beef and Cherry going back and like basically talking back and forth. She's like, I want to go swimming. And he's like, oh, okay, well, you can do that if you want. And she just like rips her dress off and she's already wearing a bikini with... God, I love the 80s. Just fucking great set of tits. Like, there's no fucking way not to say, like, no matter what I say, it's not gonna be like, oh, she was a very nice lady. She had a banging rack. Like, fucking, boom! Like, she was great.
What are you looking at, you creep?
We cut to Raquel and Spiro while they're making drinks.
Right.
And that's when we find out that Spiro is very Greek, as in he swings for both teams.
He's a real man.
The man's man.
Right. And he keeps asking about Stan. Like, so does Stan a real man's man? Does he take it like a man? But like I said, subtlety is out the fucking window with this thing.
Does he spread his cheeks like a man?
Does he say that?
No.
I believed it. That's how unsubtle this fucking movie is.
Spiro, do you think that maybe I could have a little sneak preview?
Raquel, has there been some misunderstanding?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm Greek, you know.
Oh, of course you're Greek. It said so in the classifieds. Oh, don't worry. We're not prejudiced.
No, you don't understand. I am into Greek. Greek culture. I like boys.
So like she's like, oh, I gotta go. She's like, I gotta go talk to my husband. Spiro's like, I will go see you. I'll meet you by the jacuzzi. And then Spiro goes in the pool.
And there's another nice fog over the pool, and all you can see is just Cherry's head.
Yeah.
And he just swims in. It's like, oh, what is this? Some sort of sex lubricant?
So yeah, he's like, oh, what is this? Some kind of... And then he's like, ooh, you look so great, so lavish. How about the quickie? You're like, fucking all right. Like I'm gonna get in this fog-covered pool with a pool full of lubricant, which lubricant. It sounds so weird. The pool full of fucking lube, which, and I don't know what it says about me. Like as soon as like, oh, is this lube? Like in my mind, I'm like, of course it's not lube. That would destroy the filter. Like I've lived in Florida too fucking long where I'm worried about the goddamn pool filter.
You put lube in your pool?
No, I just know what it takes to fuck up a pool filter, and I'm like, please don't put lube in your pool. It fucking. Like I've dug enough fucking snakes and lizards and rats and shit out of a pool filter. I can't imagine what lube would do to it.
So then Stan and Raquel comes out because Stan has to set the story straight because he doesn't swing for the other team because Spiro does and he wants to fuck Stan's ass. But what he finds out is there's just a bunch of floating goo in the pool and we hear the best line that's ever been uttered to film.
Where are they? Spiro!
Cherry? What the hell did that homo do to the jacuzzi?
And then it basically cuts to both shots of like the parents just getting attacked by the pincher arm and melting, and like gets in his stomach and he's like bleeding out troll goo and shit. And you just get the most beautiful money shots of Beef's dumbass faces, and he's just like, this fucking beautiful mastery at work. So the monster's killed 6 people at this point. And during all of this bullshit, you know, Sherman's locked in the room and he's like, fuck this, I'm a breakout. Pulls out some C4, blows the fucking door off right as
Susie and OD come back.
Yeah, and he's got the fucking M16. He's like, Grandpa's dead. We gotta save Mom and Dad. There's a monster, blah, blah, blah.
And then they go and check Mom and Dad's room. And that's when we get one of the best scenes in the movie. Because the monster's in the room, and he pops out the heads of all 4 of them, and they're just laying in bed like they're swinging.
Yeah, and like the covers are all like undulating under the bed. And my favorite is like if you look at Spiro, like you see it kind of moving around, and I just picture you can just see the actor playing Spiro. He's just doing this the whole time, and the blanket's just like. Boop, 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 boop.
Have any of you seen Gramps?
Right here, honeybee. Just taking care of business.
Oh, Gramps, that is totally sicko!
OD's in the living room and he decides to watch some TV because, you know, he wants to watch some heavy metal music videos on music TV because it's the 80s and all that shit. And then the monster decides to pop out of the TV, and then Sherry and Sherman are there and they get to meet the monster. So he's wearing his metal bracers and the alien thinks he's his owner.
Yeah.
Because his owner, who's the alien in the background, Pluthor, who's warning everyone, hey, destroy your TVs for 200 years because this signal is going to be bouncing around otherwise, and if it lands in your TV, he's going to eat you.
And then they're like, I know, we'll befriend him and we'll make money. Like, what? Like, you watch this monster eat your fucking grandpa and you're like, no, let's be rich. Like, okay. Like,
get him on Medusa.
Reaganomics. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
Medusa, maybe she'll help us.
Yeah, dude. She understands monsters. Let's call her. But no more partners, okay?
Here, let me do the talking.
No, I've already called her once tonight. She knows me.
You told her about the monster?
Yeah, but she didn't believe me either.
Whoa! What's the matter, dude? Whoa! I hope this guy's house trained.
So a cop shows up with a warrant to arrest Sherman for prank phone calling him too many times about the monster that's eaten all of his parents and stuff.
Right.
And this is literally at the same time Sherman is battling said monster and throws a grenade and all that. The cop's like, hey, freeze. And he's like, nah, bitch, I'm going to throw a grenade. So Sherman and Susie hide in the bunker while the police officer gets his nads eaten by the monster. Not his nads, but his nads get eaten too.
I'm sure it's, it's all encompassing, really.
And then Sherman gets fed up with hiding, so he starts breaking all the TVs.
That's when Pluthar comes in. It's the alien that's like, no, please, I want the really shitty.
The alien on the TV.
The alien on the TV.
Sending out the message. Yeah,
exactly.
He shows up in the best alien suits in Star Trek. So yeah, Medusa shows up, presumably after a couple parties, because she seems a little tanked. Yeah. And then she comes into the living room, and she's pissed off for some reason. And then she does the best thing in the entire movie. She fucking hits Pluthar in the helmet.
Yeah.
Cracks his helmet, in which case his head decompresses and explodes.
Yeah, like Total Recall. He's just like, and his fucking head just.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So the alien, I guess he's like max power now or whatever, because he breaks in the wall and it's just, he's sucking everyone in. They're being pulled in like it's like the void or something.
Right. Like it's the fucking end of Evil Dead 2. He's like, how do you stop it? And he just fucking sucks him in.
And then Sherman gets sucked in, and then it cuts. And then there's a gooey Medusa again in the back of a car. And then the movie ends.
Yeah, he's just like, take me to the station. End of the movie.
And the movie ends.
Yeah. And then we get to hear the fucking awesome TerrorVision theme song.
And then the movie stops.
Yeah.
It just stops.
There's
no ending.
Yeah, no ending.
You made me watch a movie with no ending, Nick!
The studio, Al, and make it snappy. Come on.
That's TerrorVision.
10 out of 10. I'm done.
I really like this movie. It's fucking. I don't. Like I said, I shouldn't like it. It's obnoxious. It's a little bit more over the top than I tend to like. I like trash. I like trashy movies, but it kind of has to ride that line. This is a little bit more over the top in terms of just like hamming it up than I really like, but the actors are fucking stellar in it. Like it's character actors of stuff that I really like already, who've gone on to do stuff that I really like, and they're really they know what they're doing. They know exactly where to hit that mark that's a little too high, but it works, and it totally works for me. And I see there's a lot of hate for it online. People are just like, I wasted my life, this is fucking shit. I loved it. It's great. Theme song's great. It looks fantastic. The print of this fucking movie, Scream Factory, because I'm assuming they used the same Scream Factory print on Amazon, that we watched, because we watched it on Amazon Prime. It's gorgeous. Everything, the colors pop and it's nice and clear and.
Yeah, no, I'd say overall it was kind of a roller coaster of an experience, because like you said, it rides that line. There was a couple scenes that were really good, There were a couple scenes I really, really wanted to fucking punch my TV.
Yeah.
So.
Well, then the alien wouldn't have come out of it. You would have been safe. Good night, everybody.
Moderately Neato.